Hello, this is Palico Padge and welcome to another Sleepy Sunday episode with the game ICY Frostbite Edition. We are, well, it would appear we're going home. We're going home, boys. We're going home. We are going to a place called the Eden. We have been told we need to leave everybody in a cave outside of the Eden. Alright, fair enough. And we're going in with the guy who's been supplying the high-tech mercenaries with their gear. Now, he hasn't actually let us know who those high-tech mercenaries are. I've got a funny feeling it's probably somebody I know as well, seeing as I know this guy. But yes, he's taken us home. So we'll go inside, check it out. There's a sort of a conflict. They're not sure whether they want to open up to the outside world or not. So I'll probably end up doing something about that at the same time. But that's really it, really. We better get in there and see what the bloody hell's going on. Oh, 2 question marks. Here we are. Now we must leave your companions behind to keep them safe. That's the cave they can use for shelter. We'll make up a story. We'll tell them that you were kidnapped by slavers and it took you more than 2 years to escape and come back. Okay. It could work. Especially if people here don't know how much about what happens in the White Wasteland. Why not tell the truth? It won't work. Why not tell the truth, I suppose? Because if they discovered that you suffer from memory loss, they wouldn't let you take your old job so easily. You don't want to get trapped inside the Eden. You can't risk getting locked in there, and I don't think you want to put your friends in danger either. They can't wait here for long. It needs to go smoothly. It's impossible. I barely remember any details. I'm competent to sustain a conversation with former friends or employers. Fine, I'll try to do that and play along. Or speechcraft. It's not a problem. I'm good with words. You know what? We've got this speechcraft high for a reason. Let's go with that. Awesome. And don't worry. I'll be there most of the time to help you get away from any trouble. Now let's go. And about your friends, tell them to start a fire to stay warm. We have no visual on this area from the Eden. Okie dokie. You start walking toward the bunker with Boris, now dismounted. After a few minutes of walking, you start to remember the place around you. When you finally reach the massive gate of the bunker, you feel a sensation of familiarity. You and Boris go straight to a smaller door that opens when you stand before it. You go through and close it behind you, then proceed along a poorly lit corridor. A heavy metal door opens up, wheezing around the sound of machinery, and you see people behind it. People belonging to a past you've forgotten. People that thought you were dead for sure. What? I can't believe it! I called Trevor as soon as I saw you two coming. It's good to see you alive, even if you seem like one of those snow savages now. Eveline, please, be nice with our old friend. You can't even imagine what he's been through. It's been more than 2 years. When Eveline called me on the intercom, I couldn't believe it. But here you are, back from the grave. What happened to you? Terrible story. I was kidnapped by slavers and managed to escape not too long ago. Then I tried to come back to the Eden and finding Boris helped me come back safely. I lost my memory more than 2 years ago. I don't remember a lot, but I started to recover some memories when I met Boris. Or let Boris do the talking. Let's go with the kidnapping. That wasn't bad, but save it for when we'll need it. Trevor and Eveline are with us. They are good friends and they know the truth. Okay then. He could have told us. I lost my memory more than 2 years ago. I don't remember a lot and I started to recover only when I met Boris. That's horrible. You lost all your memories? Do you remember who we are? You two seem familiar to me, but that's all, at least for now. I will remember soon, I'm sure of it. Or no, I'm sorry. I don't have a clue. They haven't come with any of our flashbacks, so no, I'm sorry. You need to spend some time in a familiar environment. I've read something about the memory loss, and that's the way it's healed. I hope you didn't lose your special touch, because we could really use an ally like you. Ah, yes, special touch. That's why we are here. Our friend is travelling with a nomad family and has real connections with the outside world. I'm sorry to lay all this responsibility on you, but we could really use your help in getting this place open to the world. Once you have your old job back, you'll have the freedom and the connections to help find among the people living in the Vale. Wait, are you going to talk to Vernon? How will you cover up the memory loss? Vernon is an idiot, too busy pondering how to stay in power to actually realise what's going on. I agree. He's too easily distracted to notice it, but you'll need to be a good actor. He's not an idiot, not as much as Boris says at least. Don't worry about it. Let's go get something to eat. We'll talk about the past and try to see if it stirs any memories. Then we'll go to Vernon to get your old job back. You enter another room and change your clothes to something lighter since the temperature is high inside the bunker. Then you follow your old friends to the canteen where you get some food and sit down at a table. Everything is new to you, but it seems like you're doing something that you've been doing your entire life. You chat with Trevor, Eveline and Boris for an hour. Then Boris stands up. Time to go. It was good to spend some time together, like in the old days, but the situation here is too hot to ignore right now. You're a pessimist. The universe won't blow up just because a long-lost friend gets a couple of days of rest in a place that's not freezing. I'm more concerned about how we will feed all the people that came with us that are now waiting outside the Eden. Hey, you brought outsiders here? Isn't it a little risky? We all agreed that we need allies from the outside, and I think that the friends of a friend are a good starting point. I agree. Well, what to say? It's good to have you back. I hope we'll have another chance to talk, to remember the old times. Good luck with Vernon. You start walking around the bunker with Boris. You keep looking around during the trip and you realise you've never seen a place like this before. Everything is so clean, so perfectly put in its place. It's like having a glance at the ancient world, a world where the chaos was hidden under a shroud of artificial order. You finally arrive at Vernon's office. Boris hesitates for a second before knocking, but then finds the courage to do so. Come in. You enter an incredibly tidy office and see a man standing behind a big wooden desk. Great news, Vernon. Look who's back. Our best field agent. The man looks you up and down. You're supposed to be dead. Boris himself brought the bad news back. What happened? It's actually quite the story. I wasn't speaking to you, Boris. Sit down and shut up for a second. He pauses for a moment. So, what happened? So, we were on a mission. It was me and Claire. We were on a mission. We were travelling south to meet Boris, but something bad happened. It's a complicated story. It all began with me and Claire travelling alone while Boris had something else to do. That's probably why we got in trouble. Or speechcraft. Ding, ding, ding. A very sad story is what you're about to hear, Vernon. It all began years ago when I was travelling with Claire, working for the Eden's sake. What happened exactly? Okay, so we were attacked by a group of slavers. There were simply too many and managed to overwhelm us. I was captured while Claire sadly died during the fight. Slavers, that's what happened. Too many of us, we had no chance of winning that fight. The bastards killed Claire during the shootout, then made a slave out of me. We were unprepared for the dangers ahead. A big group of slavers managed to get the jump on us and take me prisoner. Claire died fighting. I remember the moment vividly. Or speechcraft. See, my problem is, I reckon, if I go for any of those, Claire's going to show up in a second. Make me look like a proper idiot. So, 2 expert agents, what could go wrong? Everything. Sorry, I didn't do it in the voice, did I? 2 expert agents, what could go wrong? Everything. Because 2 expert agents are still 2 mere human beings. And when you're surrounded by 100 slavers, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. Go on. He's just not impressed. He's not impressed. Right, I lived in slavery for more than a year. Slavers travelled a lot, so when I finally managed to escape, I was really far away from here. I was their prisoner and travelled with them until the day I found an opening and managed to escape. I was their slave, the man taking care of all the foul and hard chores that have to be done. The day I had the chance to run, I did, and so I won my freedom back. Or, I lived in slavery, a prisoner of savage people who exploited me every day, until the day I finally had the chance to set myself free, to run away from that anguish. Took you a long time to come back. Jeez, I tell you what, this guy, he takes a lot to impress him. I was far away. It took me more than a year to walk the way back to this region, and then I was finally able to find Boris. They moved a lot because of their business, so when I escaped, I had to walk all the way back here. It took me months to finally find Boris and this place. It wasn't easy to get my bearings. Then I finally recognised the mountains around this valley, and I was able to find Boris in the wilderness. Or, give me a second, this hurts my throat. Or, I needed time to get back. I walked for more than 6 months to see again the familiar mountains of this area, and then I found Boris, my old friend. And then you came back? As soon as possible. I was eager to come back and see my home again. Right after we took care of what Boris needed to do. We thought that it was better to do our job before coming back. I had waited years to return. I could have waited another month. Or, I've worked with Boris for the last month. Now we've come back for supplies. I didn't abandon my responsibilities. I came back to take up their burden once more. And what do you intend to do now that you're back? Alright. We have to keep this place from falling apart, and I'm more than ready to work again as a field agent. I won't stand by idly while the situation is so critical. I want my old job back. My recent experience makes me the perfect choice since we need so many supplies from the outside world. Or what I was doing before and what I never wanted to stop doing. Working to build a better future for our people. I mean, this guy, he's tough as nails, this guy. He's tough as nails. I don't think I can give him too much bullshit. Let's go with supplies. I think that's the best one. An interesting tale, that's for sure. Now I'll need to speak with the council and decide what to do. Please wait outside my office. You go out to the office and close the door behind you. Boris steps closer and starts speaking in a low voice. You did well. The story was solid and I think he believed it. The situation is desperate, so I'm pretty sure they're going to give you your old position back. You wait for a few minutes. Boris seems really tense and walks around the corridor in circles. Then the door opens and Vernon comes out of his office. Come inside. No, not you, Boris. We need some privacy. He walks back into his office, waiting for you. You go inside and sit down on a chair. Vernon looks at you for a moment before speaking up. That's a nice story you've told me. You've been through a lot. Too bad you forgot to mention a little detail that is actually pretty important. Those nomads you've brought with yourself. You can hire all the mercenaries you want, but be careful about them. We can't risk this place to become compromised. What? How do they know that? Now I need you to do something for the Eden, a mission of the utmost importance. There is something you must do for me on the outside in order to get your old job back. I need you to investigate one location. One of my agents was sent there, but we lost all contact. The place is a simple laboratory hidden under a palace. If you have a map, I'll show you the exact location. We know about the laboratory thanks to the intel in our computers. That's why we sent an agent there, to see if there's anything useful that we could take back to the Eden. There's a war inside the Eden because some people want to open it up to the world. I need loyal agents, and you can be one of them. I could throw you out of the Eden because of your ties to the outsiders, but I will offer you a position of power instead, and we will allow them to come inside, if you'll work for me. Think about it. You and your friends finally having a safe and warm home to return to during the winter. And now go. You know what to do. You come out of Vernon's office and tell Boris that you got your old job back. Good. Now let's get out and return to your friends. Then we'll travel to the warehouse, get our supplies, and talk about what needs to be done. You abandon the warmth of the Eden to return to the White Wasteland. You reach your friends and proceed to leave those cold hills bound for the warehouse. Many ask you questions about the Eden, but Boris tells them to wait until they are in a safer place before speaking of what happened. Hang on, how did he even know about my friends? Did I mention my friends? I don't think I mentioned my friends. Something fishy has gone on there. Alright, well, what's this? You go back to the warehouse where you first met Boris. This place seems safe. Good, we can finally talk here. Yeah, I think we're all kind of overloaded with questions. This whole matter came up so suddenly. I still can't really believe that the Eden is real. I want to learn more about it, but only after all the pressing matters are taken care of. At least all the legends make some sense now. We're not talking about a magical land where the sun actually works. It's a bunker, something tangible, something real. Well, our friend will explain everything that you want or need to know. Now I need to go back. There are things that must be taken care of in the Eden. Boris turns to you and smiles. Remember, you have to pretend to be Vernon's lackey. Do what he wants, even if it isn't related to our little conspiracy. Here's a location where you'll be able to find the Wolfpack. Be careful, they're dangerous. I wish you the best of luck, but now I have to get back. Boris jumps back on his horse and starts riding back to the Eden. You see him disappearing into the mist. So, are you going to talk or do we need to beg you? You don't want to see an old man begging on his knees. So I'll answer anyone's questions. I can answer a few questions, but we don't have much time to waste. We must hurry. I'll explain more to each one of you while we travel. There's no time to waste. Now, these guys, they're a new family. They've looked after us. We've looked after them. I owe it to them to be completely honest with them. You take your time to describe your visit, the origins of the Eden, and what the situation inside is. You answer a lot of questions, and finally, after 2 hours, no one has anything left to ask. Good. Now I'm starting to understand what this whole deal is really about. I don't like it. What have we become? Pawns in someone else's hands? I don't mind being a pawn if they can make some room for us inside that bunker. I'm sick of having my ass frozen all the time. This is our chance, not only to free ourselves from the internal cold that haunts us, but to be the ones who will steer the destiny of the Eden. It all seems too good to be true, But it's so good that I don't care about the risks. I'll be here at your side, fighting for a better future for all of us. If you ask me, this could be huge. Awesome! The Eden is a legendary place. We have to find a way to get accepted into it. My parents used to tell me stories about the Eden. I never really thought they could be true. Not at all. Everyone gets ready to walk again through the White Wasteland with new hopes and fears in their hearts. Alright, so there be a question mark. I don't think that was there before. Where's the other... Oh, that's where the other question mark is. Well, this one's the nearest one, so I suppose we better hit this one first. You finally reach the place where Boris at the Wolfpack usually rests between jobs. It's a country house surrounded by a reinforced fence and with a wooden guard tower built inside the perimeter. There is smoke coming from the chimney, so there must be someone inside. You can't go further without risking detection. Now is the time to think about a plan. We need to proceed with care. I think we have enough brains to come up with a decent plan. Something different than simply attacking them. We need to wait for the night if we want to get near their hideout without being seen from the tower. I can see a guard over there. Wasn't there supposed to be just 3 of them? I'm not saying to run to the fence screaming, but they stand no chance so grossly outnumbered. Any ideas, glorious leader? I feel like talking to them. They're just following orders. Maybe there's a chance to get them out of our way or even obtain their support. We need a diversion, something that will make them come out. Let's set a trap for them, lure them out of the safety of their lair, and then striking hard. Let's just wait and attack when there's a changing of the guard. It's the safest thing to do. I'm not really for talking to these guys. So let's set a trap. What are you thinking about? We'll make a fire in the distance. They'll probably come out fearing that a group of nomads or bandits is camping near their hideout. We'll lure them out by pretending that one of us is spying on them. When our decoy is spotted by the guard, they will come out to kill him, believing him to be alone. We'll lure them out in some way, maybe with a distant fire. Then we'll make them proceed along that hill, and with the aid of some explosives or noise, we'll create an avalanche. Or we'll think of something else. I mean, that's putting someone in jeopardy. That's putting us all in jeopardy. I can't see them taking everyone out. Let's go back. So what about a diversion? I think we can burn something and start a fire, but that would be rather suspicious. The fire is a good idea. We only need to distract them. They won't have the time to investigate where the fire started. Then we'll make a distant fire. Maybe they'll come out fearing that the group of nomads or bandits might be camping near their hideout. We'll split into 2 groups. The first group will engage the enemy. Then the second will strike when they leave us an opening. Alright. Or we can just attack. I'm not talking to them. You know, we're going to do a trap. Distant fires come up twice in the options. So I'm going to do that. If they send us one man to investigate, we'll have the chance to take him out easily. Let's do that then. You send some of your companions to start a fire far from the Wolfpack's lair. Then you wait for the guard to notice it. Then he finally notices the smoke. He hastily climbs down the tower and runs inside the house. Then after a few minutes he reappears in a company of 2 other people, all well armed. They quickly open the gate and start walking right into your ambush. Oh, it's on! It's on! And we're very good on health. It's just their weapons which are going to be an issue. So we need to hit them hard, and we need to hit them as best we can. So, what have we got? 17? Or 23? I mean, they've got, what, 300? So we'll go with that. Oh! I pressed the wrong button! I pressed the wrong button! Ah! Please don't hit me hard. Oh, lordy. We've got no morale. Fine. 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 We were just seeing if they were going to come peacefully to us, and apparently they're not. So, oh, crap. Right, so let's do this again. Killer Archer. Or Killer Archer. What's that? 115 damage absorbed? Right, okay, screw that. We need to get our morale up. So, their morale's down. And have a safe shot. Our morale's still rubbish. Still killer archer. There's not anything else I can do. I'm just going to try and hit away at it. Precise arrow shot. Jeez. Oh, they got aiming. They're putting their morale up every time. Knocking our morale down. We haven't even touched them yet. Alright, so. Killer archers. Let's do this. Right, so you. Combat maneuvers, bit of morale. Aiming up though, that's a shame. Can we do anything with our cover? Heavy cover? Their morale down. Ours is up. That's very good. I will take that. And then we're just hitting them as hard as we can. One blow. Alright. I mean, that might offset it. That's terrible. We might have our asses handed to us here. It's these explosions. Don't like these explosions. Only 15 damage. That's fine. Oh. Wow, it looks like we can go loco here. I mean, what's that? Just 15? Fury? Shadow Hunter. Killer Archer. Alright, so we can do that twice. I think I just want to go in for the kill at this point. I mean, that's good. 181. We're doing alright. Although we could be hit hard here. 402. Those explosions by themselves generally don't hit too hard, so that's not a major thing. Right. Not many things here. Got a skirmish. What if we throw in those? Hits for 1, so that's it'll be 31 overall. Is that right? We'll take it. Gets rid of it. Skirmish is only 10. It's a bit rubbish. Is it worth it? I'm just going to go in for it. Alright. I think this is going to be a close one. depending on how hard they hit. It's all to do with the rolls. You got no control over this. I kind of get a feeling I should have probably not have done this first, but it was closest. So there you go. Right, so what have they got? Just 15. So let's go with Killer Archer. You know what, let's not. Can we pull in more of these? Take aim, so what's that? Extra range damage. Do that again. So if we do Killer Archer now with the silver. Still only 19. 29. A little bit done. 102. Oh, we're doing alright. We're doing alright. Unless I do something majorly heavy, I think we got this. I mean, oh, what was that? 35? I mean, I don't really worry about morale. Maybe I should be working more about morale. It's not really a much larger percentage. That's the only thing. So we got what? 102. 102. $30 damage absorption. Fire from cover. Okay, right, we'll do that. So let's do that and that. Take aim. Fire from cover. So we're good for 3 turns. And then we can do... Really? Alright. Guess we're going to go shouting at them. 19. Bring your morale down. Oh, that's a lot of bullets. That's a lot of bullets. I mean, at least they can't heal. If I could heal it mid-fight, I'd be a bit more worried. Right. I think we just need to go balls to the wall at this point. Oh, we got one. Right, so you... I needed 2. Oh, well. Do I want to waste both of them? Probably not. Reposition with a bit of shouting. So let's go with Killer Archer. Really? There we go. 66. Forward. It's the damage absorption which is the issue. They can suck up a lot of damage each go. Ow. Still, I don't think there's anything to worry about. I don't think. Right, what have we got? 22% inflicted range damage. Can we bring that any more? Right, so. Gold, gold. Arrow, arrow. Killer Archer. What happens if we put 2 in? Nothing. So 27. 15. Well, it's not even 24. I don't think I'm going to get it, am I? 22. What a palaver. What a palaver. Wow, does that wipe out what you did before? It doesn't stack? Oh, that's bad. Something to note. Here we go. Oh, wow, okay. Maybe not. 35 damage absorption. I mean, we could just run at them. Like, loudly. $21 left. I've got no guns. Alright, it's one more go, I suppose. And I'm not too worried right now. 207 still. And we do have the numbers over them, unless we get thrown into another fight. And then we'd be scuppered. Oh, I think we've just done it. Boom. Holy crap! Right, so what we got now? We got Kevlar. Alright, yeah, that's pretty cool. A little bit of rope, some ammo. Ooh, a decent pistol. I expected more, in all fairness. I expected more, but hey ho. Hey, can we do anything with that Kevlar? We can make survivor armor. What's that? Military vest. And then we can specialise it. Okay, we'll do that then. So let's make that. And then what we're going to specialise in, we can make it as... don't really want that. All that. I need a sniper scope, apparently. I'll keep holding it for the time being. That's fine. The fight is over and you are victorious. The Wolfpack has been hunted down and defeated. Well, they won't give us our friends back, but at least these people got what they deserved. And we're a step closer to the moment we'll be able to avenge our long-lost companions. Yeah, that too. We've done nothing but chase after these guys for the last few months. It doesn't feel like we're any closer to being done with this whole matter. We could say that the Eden thing caught us a little unprepared. I just wonder when we will be able to stop calling all this messed up stuff our daily routine. We should at least check their bodies and their hideout. It could be nice to put our hands on all the stuff they had. I agree. Maybe later. I've awaited this moment for a long time. Let me enjoy it for a little longer. This is probably the first time I've seen you smile. Well, we had to kill some people to achieve that, but it was really worth it. Tanya chuckles. Oh, shut up, you jackass. Don't ruin this moment. Just embrace it. You talk too much. You spend your time inspecting the hideout. It's just a fortified house that the Wolfpack used between jobs. Ooh, lots of juicy stuff there. The place is messed up and it takes you some time to actually find something useful among all the rubbish lying around. We've got everything packed up and we're ready to go. Let's leave this place. And boom, that is where we're going to leave this episode. Saying that though, everyone does get a free, I say a free heal, everyone gets a heal. So you're done ever so well. So not everyone's virtually dead, which is awesome. One left, so it's going to have to go to the most injured, which I think arguably is Demetria. So I don't think we're really in a position to be taking on any major fights right now, but we have taken down one of the big ones. The reason why we started, really, but it would appear that it's but a small dot on the paper. There are much more dangerous things afoot for us to look into, and that will be in the next episode. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.